Officer Kunayagabar, present thyself.
Kunayagabar ban Salaki. Kunayagabar ban Yasharala ban Salaki. Kunayagabar ban Yahawada ban Yasharala.
Kunayagabar ban Yahawada ban Yasharala.
Shalom Yahal Shmuel Salaki. Shalom.
Don't say shalom. You ain't gotta say
Salaki. Yahaba Shimi Asha Brakata.
Yahaba Shimi Asha Brakata. Was the chalice is cleaned off too? I know this was here last time. The water out. Sar.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Sar. Wait, you want to take it off? Go ahead. Go ahead, Elijah. You can go.
Okay.
I imagine, which means everyone stand. All right. Well, Punya Hakwadam, which means to rise and face the east. You got it, Kunaya. I got you. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm rolling tight there. You got it?
Come.
All right. Yeah, Elisha. All right.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Hayah.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Malakwatka.
Taba'ah.
Ratazak. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazak. Hawa. Hayah. Bashamayah. Nadalanawa. Lakam. How. Yawam. Basalak Lanawa. Hawa Wapnawa. Kasalak Nawa. Hawa Wapyanawa. Wala'ah. Tabaya Nawa. Banasayawam. Abal. Awashaya now. Bayan. Rai. Hayah. Lakha. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Tapara. Laiwalamya.
Aman. In the English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Babakashah. Nathanlanawa. Hakat. La'pa'ah. Kal Makalah. Kal Marawa. Hakat. Latzahor. Hamatazariah. Hakat. Hamathya. Awakawa. Hatama'ala. Agarashan. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Wada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Wayashala. Waha. Bayaf Sapari. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Wada Aman.
What we just said was Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ai, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Baratazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh,
Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakak, Wayarak, Alayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Lakal-Ra, Yashamar, Afnapasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, Ma'itha, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold. He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thashakwat.
Al-Thashakwat.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awiyabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amika.
Al-Amika.
Yarayamwa.
Yarayamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatayai Tazawad.
Wayatayai Tazawad.
Al-Tazap Pawanyaka.
Al-Tazap Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakira.
Wanakakira.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar. Sham Yashal.
Sham Yashal.
Aywa.
Aywa. Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
Lab.
Yakhadwa.
Alyaka.
Barya.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamaoya.
Wayashamaoya.
Mawaba.
Mawaba.
Wahagaria.
Wahagaria.
Gabal. Waimawan.
Waimalak.
Waimalak. Halashah.
Halashah.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Yam Ashawar.
Ram Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aimam.
Aimam.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Zarawad.
Zarawad.
Labanyalawat.
Labanyalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Lahom.
Lahom.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasayasara.
Kasayasara.
Kayabia.
Kayabia.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadu.
Nashamadu.
Ayandara.
Ayandara.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Daman.
Daman.
Ladama. Shayatamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadiyamwa.
Nadiyamwa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Salakia. Wakazaba.
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 Wakatazalmanai.
Wakatazalmanai.
Kaunasaya Kamwa.
Kaunasaya Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Af. Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kakagala.
Kakagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanyaraka.
Lapanyaraka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Shabarayara.
Shabarayara.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Kalahat.
Kalahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradapma.
Daradapma.
Basarika.
Basarika.
Wabasawapafka.
Wabasawapafka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyahom.
Panyahom.
Quawan.
Quawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa.
Aidiyai.
Aidiyai.
Wayakhabhar.
Wayakhabhar.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabadwa.
Yabadwa.
Al.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Al.
Al. Kal. Ratazah.
Ratazah.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
have
lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
May
be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
The
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kassan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zeb. Yea. All their princes. As Zabah. And as Amunah. Who said, let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. In trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high, over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. All right, go ahead and sit it down. Yeshabia, which means to be seated. Help him out with that, Elisha. All right. The water. All right, put this in the front. All right, go ahead, Yeshabia, which means to be seated. We're going to pick up where we left off last Saturday, last Sabbath service day, which is in Genesis. All right. All right. We're in the book of Genesis, chapter what, Elisha?
Chapter 36, verse 14.
Genesis 36.
Make sure. Yeah, 36 and 14. All right. Let me get there in the blue letter real quick.
36, chapter 36, verse what?
14.
Okay, go ahead.
Whenever
you got it.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 14. In the Hebrew. Wayawah, Banya.
Hayawa. That second word is Hayawa.
Salaki. Banya. Halab. Salaki. Hayaba. Hayabama.
Halayabama.
Halayabama.
Hold on, Salaki. Ahalyabama.
Ahalyabama.
There you go.
Bath. Ainab. Bath. Tazaba Iowa. Salaki. Tazaba Iwan. Ashath. Aishawa. Watalad. Salaki. La Aishawa. Ath. Yayash. Wa'ath. Ya'aiwalam. Wa'ath. Korach. Verse 15. Allah wapya. Banya. Aishawa. Banya. Allah. Alya wapaza.
Alya Paz.
Bakawar. Aishawa. Allah wap. Dayaman. Allah wap. Allah mar.
Allah wap. That's Allah wap. Like you saying Allah wap Panya, the general. That's Allah wap.
Allah wap. Tazapawa. Or is it Tazapawa? Tazapawa. Tazapawa. Allah wap. Quanaz. Verse 16. Alawap, Korach, Alawap, Ga'ai Dam, Alawap, Aima Lak, Allah, Alawapya, Alawapaz, Aliyapaz, Barataza, Adawam, Allah, Banya, Aida. Verse 17. Wa Allah, Banya, Ra'aiwa, all, Ra'aiwa, Ban, Aishawa, Alawap, Nachath, Alawap, Zarach, Alawap, Shema, Alawap, Mazah, Allah, Alawapya, Ra'aiwa all, Ba'arataza, Adawam, Allah, Banya, Bashamath, Ashath, Aishawa. Verse 18. Wa Allah, Banya, Ahalayabama, Ashat, Aishawa, Alawap, Aishawa.
No, that's Yaiwa.
Yaiwash.
Yeah, Yaiwash.
Yaiwash. Alawap, Yailam. Yailam. Alawap, Korach, Allah, Alawapya, Ahala Yabama. No.
Ahaliyabama.
Ahaliyabama. I gotta remember that. Ahaliyabama. Bath, Aina, Ashab, Aishua. Verse 19. Allah, Banya, Aishua, wa Allah, Alawap Yaham. All right.
God.
Hawa, Alawam.
Salaki. This your last verse right here.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
The water.
And the bar.
Alright. Allah, Banya, Sha'ai Yar, Hakaria, Yashabia, Rataza, Lawatan, Lawatan, Washawa Bal, Wataza Ba'aiwan. Did I say that right?
John.
Wa'aina.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 14. And these were the sons of Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. And she bare Esau Jeus.
And she bare two.
Salaki. And she bare Salaki. And she bare to Esau Jeus. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Jeush and Jaalma and Korah. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, of the Salakia, the son of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, and Salakia, Duke Kenaz. Genesis chapter 36, verse 16. Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These were the dukes. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah.
Speak up, make sure you
Salakia. These were the sons of Adah. Verse 17. And these are the sons of Raul, Esau's son. Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shema'ah, Duke Mizah. These are the dukes that came of Raul, the son of Edom. These are the sons of Bashemat, Esau's wife. Verse 18. And these are the sons of Aholibamah, Esau's wife, Duke Jesu, Duke Jaal, Duke Korah. These were the dukes that came of Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. Verse 19, these are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes. Verse 20, these are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land, Latan, and Shobal, and Zibeon, and Anah.
All right, back to the Hebrew. Genesis chapter 36, verse 21 in the Hebrew. Wayadashwan, Wa'atazar, Wada Yashan, Allah, Wapya, Hakaria, Banya, Sha'ayar, Ba'arataza, Arawam. Verse 22. Wayahayawa, Banya, Lawatan. Is that right? Karya.
Can't you see it? This thing ain't loading up.
Still loading up.
Yeah.
Wahayamam. That one right there getting. Wahayamam. Wakarwa. Lawatan. Damanai. Verse 23. Wala Banya Shawabal Ilawam Wamanachath Yabal Shapawa Wana. Verse 24. Wala Banya Tazaba Ayawan Wa'aya Wa'aina Hawa Aina, Ashar, Matazah, Matazah.
Oh, you said it right. Matazah.
Matazah, Hayamam. Oh, yeah, is that right? Hayamam?
God, Hayamam.
The water. Hayamam, Bama Dabar, Bara'ai,
Baba Aithwa.
Bara'aithwa, Hakamarium, Lataza Bayawa,
No.
Abawaya, Abayawa.
There you go.
Abayawa. I'm seeing it backwards. Verse 25. Wa'ala, Banya, Aina, Tashan, Wa'aha, Yabama, Ba, Aina. Verse 26. Wa'ala, Banya, Dayashan, Hamadan, Wa'ashaban, Wayataran, Wakaran. Verse 37. Well, I'm stopping 38.
27.
To me, it's like it.
This your last verse.
The water. Allah, Banya, Atazar, Balahan, Waza'ai Wan, Wa'ai Kwan.
Genesis chapter 36 verse 21. And Dishan and Izar and Dishan. These are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land
of Seir.
The children of Seir in the land of Edom. Verse 22. And the children of Lotan were Hori and Hemam. Lotan's sister was Timnah. Verse 23. And the children of Shobal were these, Alvin and Manahath and Elba, Shepho and Onam. Good night, Salakia. Verse, I'm talking about these names. God, these is off the chain, Salakia. Verse 24. And these are the children of Zebion, both Ajah and Anah. This was that Anah that found the mules in the wilderness, as he fed the asses of Zibeon, his father. Verse 25. And the children of Anah were these, Dishan and Salakia.
You've been saying it right.
Albama, the daughter of Anah. Verse 26. And these are the children of Dishan, Hermdan, good night, and Eshban, and Itharan, and Sharan. Verse 27. The children of Izar are these, Bilhan, and Zeavin, and Akan.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 28 in the Hebrew. Allah, Banya, Dayashna.
No, Dayashan.
I don't know why I want to say it like that. Dayashan. Iwatazah. Iwatazah. Wa'aran. Verse 29. Just booted me out. Salaki.
All
right, here we go. Allah Wapya. Hakarya, Alawap, Lawatan, Alawap, Shawabal, Alawap, Taza Ba'ayawan, Alawap, Aina. Verse 30. Alawap, Dashan, Alawap, Atazar, Alawap, Dayashan, Allah, Alawapya, Lawapya, yes, like Hakarya, Alawap, Salaki,
Lapyahum. Oh, Salaki. No, that ain't Alawap. That's Lapyahum.
Yeah, Lapyahum. Baratazah, Sha'ayar. Verse 31. Wala Hamalakim. So it's Hamalakim. Hamalakim. Ashar Malakwa. No.
That's right.
Yeah, Malakwa. Barataza Arawam Lapanya Malak Malak. So when I just got a question right.
Go ahead.
So that's not, I know it's not one word, but never mind, that thing's throwing me off. The thing in the middle connecting the Malak.
Dash.
Oh.
The Malak.
Yeah, Malak and then space and Malak.
Kind of the kind. Labanya Yashala. Verse 32. Wayah Malak ba Adawam Balai Ban Ba'ai War Washom Ya so like it Ayarwa.
So yeah, you said it right. That ain't nothing. You said it right. Go ahead.
Yayarwa.
Ayarwa.
Yeah, then I said it wrong the second time. Ayarwa. Dana Haba. Verse 33. Wayamath Balai Wayamalak Thaka the Yawa. Is that right? Thaka the
Kathyawa. That's Thakatyawa.
The Kathyawa. Yawabab Ban Zarak Mabataza Ra. Where am I stopping?
34.
This is the last one. So. Wayamath, Yawabab, Wayamalak, Dayawa,
The Kathyawa.
the Kathyawa, Hadash,
Kasham.
so like a Kasham, Ma'arataza, Hathaya Manya. That's right.
Hathayamanya.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 28. The children of Dishan are these, Uz and Aran. Verse 29. These are the dukes that came of the Horites. Duke Latan, Duke Shobal, Duke Zibion, Duke Anah. Verse 30. Duke Dishan, Duke Izar, Duke Dishan. These are the dukes that came of Hori, among their dukes in the land of Seir. Verse 31. And these are the kings that reign in the land of Edom, before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. Verse 32. And Bela, son of Beor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinhaba. Verse 33. And Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his stead. Salakia. In his stead. Verse 34. And Jobab died, and Husham of the land of Timani reigned in his stead.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 35 in the Hebrew. Wayamath, Hasham, Wayamalak, Thaka Damyawa.
Nope. The Kathyawa.
I don't know why I wanted. The Kathyawa. Hadad, Ban, Badad, Hamaka, Madayan, Bashada, Mawab, Washam, Ayarwa, Iwa Yath. Verse 36. Wayamath, Hadad, Wayamalak, the Kathyawa, Shamala, Mama Shor Kwa, Verse 37. Wayamath. Shamala. Wayamalak. Dakatham yawa.
Nope.
The Kath yawa. Sha'a wall. What's that? Maraka Bawath. Maraka Bawath. Markabawath. Is it Markabawath? Markabawath.
There you
go. Hanara. No, Hanahar. Hanahar. Verse 38. Wayamath. Sha'awal. Wayamalak. The Kathawa. Ba'al. Ba'alwa. Was it Ba'al?
Ba'al.
Ba'al. Kana.
That's Canaan.
Canaan.
That's his name.
Ban. Ika Bawar. Verse 39. Wayamath. Ba'al. Canaan. Ban. Ika Bawar. Wayamalak.
That'd be Ikabawar.
Hold on, let me go back. Ikabawar. Wayamalak. The Kathyawa. Hadar. Washam. Ayarwa. Pa'aywa. Washam. Ashaktawa. Mahataba'al. Oh my God, y'all butchered that, huh?
No, you just forgot the ya.
Okay. Mahayataba'al. Mahayataba'al.
There you go.
Bath. Matarad. Bath. Manya. Zahab.
So like you.
Go ahead.
Real quick, which word is Canaan? Because I'm right thinking here. I'm B-A.
Canaan.
It's the Ka.
It's the third
okay,
word,
it's the third word. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, so like you.
Go ahead. That's it? That's your only question?
Yeah, kind of. I was just trying to make sure I got my letters together. I'm
no sweat.
Did I finish?
Yeah, you finished. You're on the 40.
Okay.
You finishing at 41.
41. Kind of the water. Wa'ala. Shamawath. Alawapya. Aishawa. Lama Shapakatham. Lama Kwa Matham. Bashamatham. Alawap. Damanai. Alawap. Ilawa. Alawap. Yathan. Yatath. 41. Alawap.
Yabama.
Yabama. Alawap. Alawap. Payana. Is it Payanan? Payanwa.
I mean, Salaki. Payan. Oh, you said it right the first time, Salaki.
Payanan?
Yeah, Payanan.
Payanan.
Yeah, you said it right. Good, cute.
This is Genesis chapter 36, verse 35. And Hushman died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Avith. Is that word right?
Yeah, verse what?
35.
Oh, so like, yeah, you right.
Avith,
yeah.
36. And Hadad died, and Samla of Mezaraka reigned in his stead. And Samla died. I'm Salaki, verse 37. And Samla died, and Saul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. Verse 38. And Saul died, and Baal Hanan, the son of Akbor, reigned in his stead. Verse 39. And Baal Hanan, the son of Akbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his stead. So like it, let me read that all over. So like it. Verse 39, and Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Pau, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mizahab. Verse 40. And these are the names of the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families, after their places, by their names: Duke Timnah, Duke Alva, and Duke Jetheth. Verse 41. Duke Ahobama, Duke Elah, Duke Penan.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 42 in the Hebrew. Alawap, Kanaz, Alawap, Dayaman, Alawap, Abatazar, Mabatazar. Verse 43. Alawap, Magad Ya'al, Magad Ya'al, Alawap, Ayaram, Allah, Alawapya, Arawam, Lamashabatham, Barataza, Akazatham, Hawa'a, Aishawa, Abiyah, Adawam.
Verse chapter 37, verse 1.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 1. Wayashab, Yaikwab, Yaikwab, Barataza, Magawaria, Abiyawa, Barataza, Kanain. Verse 2. Allah, Daladawath, Yaikwab, Yawa Sap, Ban, Shabai, Aishara, Shana, Haya. It's like Haya.
You said it right. Haya.
So it's just Haya. Haya, Ra'ai, Af, Akayawa, Batazan. Is that right? Batazan. Wahawa, Na'ir, Banya, Balaha, Banya, Zalapa, Nashaya.
No, Nashia.
Nashia, Abiyawa, Waya Ba'a, Yawa Sab, Daba Thum, Ra'ai, Al, Abiyahum. Verse 3. Waya Sha'al.
Oh, that's Israel.
So Waya Sha'ala. It's like it. Waya Sha'ala. Ahab. Af. Yawasab. Makal. Bane Yawa. No. Kaya. Ban. Zaquanium. Hawa. Lawa. Wa'aisha. Lawa. Kathanath. Pasayum. Verse 4. Wayara'awa, Akayawa, Kaya, Atawa, Ahab, Abiyahum, Makal, Akayawa, Akiwa. No, it's like it. Akayawa, Wayashanaawa, Atawa, Wala'a, Yakawa, Dabarawa. Debarwa, Lashalom. Verse 5. Alright. Waya Kalom, Yawa Sab, Kalawam, Waya God, La Kayawa, Waya Wa Sapawa, Aiwad, Shana'a, Atawa.
Genesis chapter 36 and verse 41. Duke.
Verse 42.
42. Salakia. Genesis chapter 36, verse 42. Duke Kanaz, Duke Teman, and Duke Mibzar. Verse 43. Duke Magdal, Duke Iram. These be the dukes of Edom, according to their inhabitations.
According to their habitations.
So like this one said.
You say according to inhabitations.
According to their habitations in the land of their possessions. He is Esau, the father of the Edomites. Genesis chapter 37, verse 1. And Jacob dwelled in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. Verse 2. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. Joseph brought unto his father,
and Joseph
brought unto his father their evil report. Verse 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. Verse 4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him, and could not speak peaceably unto him. Verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 6 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Allah Yahum, Shemayawa, Na'a, Hakalawam, Hazaha, Shar, Halamathya. Verse 7. Wakana.
You want to be over already?
Anakanawa. Ma'alamamyum.
You said it right. Ma'alamamyum.
Ma'alamamyum. Alamamyum.
So like it. Ma'alamyum.
Mm-hmm. And this one is just
alamyum. I mean, alamyum.
Alamyum. All right. Batawak. Hashada. Wahana. Kwama Alamathya. Salakia. Wagam. Not Tazab.
Salakia. I just had it. You made me a little Salakia. Natazabah. Salakia.
Wahana. Dasabyana. Dasabyana. Alamath. Alamathyakum. Watasha Dakawanyum. Let me try it again.
Go ahead.
Watashath Kawayan. I don't know.
Watashathach wayan. Watashathach wayan.
Watashathach Yawan.
There you go.
Lamathya. Lath Slaki.
You said it right the first time.
So it's Lathya.
Y'all making me, y'all repeating it so many times.
So like
Alamathia. Alamathia. You said it right the first time. Alamathia.
Alamathia. Alright. Verse 8.
Don't second guess yourself. You know you got that Hebrew. Just say it. Don't say. Just read it. Y'all making me mess up. Y'all keep repeating it 5 times. Y'all got it right the first time.
Waya Marwa Lawa Akayawa Hamalak Damalak Aoya Nawa Mashawal Damashal Banawa Waya Wayasapwa.
Wayasawapwa.
Wayasawapwa.
So like it. Wayasapwa. Wayasapwa.
Wayasapwa. Aiwad. Shana. Aftawa. Ow. Kalam. So like it.
Kalamathiwa.
Kalamathiwa. Yeah. Wa'ayo. The Baryawa. Verse 9. Waya Kalam. Aiwad. Kalawam. Akhar. Waya Sapar. Atawa. La Kayawa. Waya Amar. Hana. Kalamathia. Say Kalawam. Aiwad. Wahana. Hashamash. Waha Yakar.
Wahayarak.
Like a Wahayarak. Wa'akad. Wa'akad. Aishar. Kawakabiwam. It's like
yeah. Go ahead.
So Kawakabium. Masha the Kayawam.
Masha Thakwayam.
Masha Thakwayam.
Masha Thakwayam.
Masha Thakwayam.
Wayam.
Wayam.
You saying it backwards. You saying Yawam instead of Wayam.
So Masha
Thakwayam.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Masha Thakwayam.
Nope, you said it backwards again.
Wayam.
Wayam, yeah.
Wayam.
God.
Masha Thakwayam.
There you go.
Masha Thakwayam. Okay. Laya. Where am I stopping?
Verse 12.
Verse 12. The water.
Why
you sapar all Abba Yawa wa all Aka Yawa Akayawa. Why you got?
No, you said it right the first time. Akiwa.
Okay, so Akiwa. Why you got Ayer? Ban Abba Yawa.
Bawa. That's not Ban. That's Bawa.
Oh, Bawa Abba Yawa. Why you Amar Lawa Ma Ha So like it. Haka Lawam. Hazaha Ashar Kalamath Habawa'a Nabawa'a Anya Wa Mak Wa Akiak.
There you go.
Wa Akiak Lahash the Kawath. Look at that.
Lahash Salaki. Laha Hashathkawath. Hashathkawath.
So Lahath Shathkawath.
Yeah. Lahashathkawath.
Lahashathkawath. Kawath. It's like
Kawath.
Kawath. Lahashathkawath.
There you go.
Lak Arataza. Verse 11. Alright. Wayakwanawa. Ban. No, so Bawa. Akiwa. Alright. Wa Abiyawa. Yeah, Wa Abiyawa. Shamar. Ath. Hadabar. Verse 12. Alright. Wayalakwa. Akiwa. Lara'ayawath. Ath. Tazaan. Abayaham. Bashakum.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 5.
6.
Salakia, verse 6. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. Verse 7. For, behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf. Verse 8. And his brethren said to him...
That word is obeisance.
Obeisance?
Mm-hmm.
Obeisance. Obeisance or obese?
Obeisance.
Obeisance.
Mm-hmm.
To my sheep. Verse 8. And his brethren said to him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? and they hated him yet the more for his dream and for his words. Verse 9, and he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me.
This is Joseph. This is the precursor to us getting into Egypt. For those of you who don't know, Joseph, Yahusp in the Hebrew, was the first brother out the tribes of the nation of Israel to go into the land of Egypt. And the reason he went into the land of Egypt is this reason right here. Because his brothers didn't have something that we have in the Isupk, and that is called brotherhood. The lack of brotherhood is the reason why we were even slaves in the land of Egypt. Had his brothers never hated him for being his father's favorite, we would never have been slaves in the land of Egypt. You know how heavy that is to understand the hatred you have for your brother is the reason why we're suffering and dying? If black people and Hispanics didn't hate each other, we would not be suffering and dying. If the leaders of black people didn't hate the poor black people, we would not be suffering and dying. If we had something that Christ had to teach us, that Commanding General Yohana teaches us, brotherhood, we would not be suffering and dying. You would have a father. You would have grown up with a father. You wouldn't have black men in prison. You wouldn't have sisters leaving their husbands, sisters on drugs, brothers selling drugs, if we loved each other. The reason we were in captivity in the land of Egypt was because of the lack of brotherhood, the lack of love. This is the precursor to us going into the land of Egypt right here. What the brother have been reading for the last 14 verses is the reason that Joseph, or Yahusp, is the reason that he was in Egypt. This is the only reason why. Because his stinking brothers, who were Israelites, that hatred you have for each other comes from your forefather, the literal name of your tribe. He hated his own younger brother. Usually the youngest brother gets the love because you know you have to protect him and love him and coddle him. Not his brothers, not Judah and Reuben and Levi and Simeon, not the older brothers, nah. They hated Joseph because of the favoritism that his father gave him. The title of being his favorite, because Joseph made a jacket of colors, a coat of many colors, right? You can look at some of the pictures from our Passovers from a few years back. General Kobalamov, he reinvented that same pattern of the coat of many colors with the purple and the red and the magenta and the blue and the so like the salmon and the colors of the rainbow. And it's all in one jacket. It's Melchizedek looking glorious as can be with the fringes on it. That's the jacket Yahusp made Jacob, Yaquab, Israel, Yasharallah in the Hebrew. And his brothers hated that. His brothers hated that he was the favorite. Who gives a damn? We all winning. We all brothers. We all his brother. And that's the mindset that they were supposed to have, but instead they had that mindset of, I hate him because he's the favorite. That sorrowful excuse you give when black people get promoted on your job. When black people get promoted on your job, you hate them, and the people that get promoted hate you.
Right.
That's a never-ending cycle from the literal days of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That hatred is something that is so innate. We want to hate we want to hate on each other when we do well. It has to be taught in us to love each other. And that's why it's so important what we do in the Israelite School of UPK. We do something that no one else has came along to do. And that's to teach the brotherhood and the love for each other that Christ taught. Christ taught us how to love each other. He got it out of your stupid head, the innate thing in you that wants to hate your own people. Like the Mexicans that come over here, they get legal papers and they treat the Mexicans who are illegal worse than the white man treats them. Or the black people who are the ones that are in charge at your slavery. On your job, they treat you worse than the white people that's in charge. It was the same way in slavery. It was the same way in the Bible. He's reading about it right now. Because you get elevated doesn't mean you should hate the next black person. You know why? Because what happens when it's your turn to get elevated?
Right.
You want people to hate you? What you should do is love your brothers and your sisters in spite of any differences that the two of you may have. Just because a black person gets raised up at your job is no reason to hate them. Because a black person has money is no reason to hate them. Because a black person or Hispanic is poor is no reason to hate them. Because they're illegal immigrants is no reason to hate them. The thing that should always be our unifying factor is that we are all oppressed equally. Right. Floyd Mayweather is oppressed the same way the illegal immigrants coming across the border of the United States and Mexico are oppressed.
Right.
Jay-Z is oppressed like the poor black people that get pulled over and gunned down in the streets of New York. We are all the same. No one looks at us different. We look at each other different. You know why? Because of the hatred that we've been taught to have. The hatred that we have that is in us, that it wants to outdo the love that we're supposed to have. There's something in you also that wants to love your people. But that Christian church takes all the love that you want to have away from your people. All the love that you want to give your people, the church takes it away. When they tell you it's election cycle, and to vote for Quentin Lucas, and to vote for Joe Biden, and to vote for America, and to do this, and blah, 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 blah. Everything is taking that love that you have away from your people. To pray for Ukraine, pray for France, pray for this white country, pray for this country, salute the flag, vote for this, do this, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate your birthday. All of that takes the love that you are supposed to give to your people away from you. All of the Christmases and the birthdays and the holidays of America, all of the voting and the pledging allegiance to the flags takes the love that you're supposed to give to your brothers and your sisters. It takes that away from you. That's why it's so important when Christ said that no man can serve two masters. You cannot love the one and you cannot love the other. You're going to hate your brother and love America. You're going to love the mayoral candidacy and you're going to hate the poor people that the mayor is going to hate. You're going to hate the poor people that the president that you voted for is going to hate. Joe Biden is a Democrat. Joe Biden in his party 5 years ago when Donald Trump, who was a Republican, said that he was going to build a wall, the Democrats said, oh my God, that is so inhumane. Kamala Harris said we will never build a wall when she was running for the vice presidency. She got in office and become the vice president of the United States of America. They said, well, what is your plan about the wall and about immigration? She said, if you are an immigrant, do not come to the United States of America. Right. Salaki, don't come. She said that out of her own mouth. I thought that she was a Democrat and they loved the immigrants. It turns out that everybody hates us. Right. No matter if they're Democrats or Republicans, the person you vote for is going to hate your people. That's why it's important that you give all of your love and energy to your people. The way that Judah and Simeon and Levi and Reuben and Gad didn't give it to their brother thousands of years ago. Had we loved each other, we would have never been slaves in the captivity of Egypt. That would have never been our place of captivity. You wouldn't have to have the story of Moses and the Red Sea and the Passover had we loved each other. Had we always loved each other, we would be ruling the earth right now. There wouldn't be differences amongst the tribes, and the Puerto Ricans come to New York and they're New York Ricans. And the ones that's born in Puerto Rico, they're real Puerto Ricans. The Mexicans that come from across the border are just wetbacks, and they shouldn't get the love that the ones who got their papers have. That's a bunch of garbage, a bunch of nonsense that makes us hate each other even more. Because they speak Spanish, that does not mean that we're not the same people. I remember delivering to Paul's, the damn liquor store in the 50s. I remember delivering to Paul's. It was some burnt up brother. You know exactly who he is too, Elisha. That burnt up brother that's been there for 50 years. I remember him telling me, I'm African. He said, I'm African. I said, well, I'm not African. And he said, I can't stand the Mexicans. I said, well, guess what? The Africans aren't your brothers, but the Mexicans are. I ain't no Mexican. This cat was willing to kill me outside of Paul's because he think that he's an African and not a Mexican. That is our problem.
Right.
You think because they speak Spanish and because all of them don't have dark skin, you think they're not your people. Who your people is decided from the bloodline of your father. Not a skin color, not a hair texture, not an eye color. It's because of who your father is. That's the only thing that should warrant your brotherhood. That's the only thing that should warrant your love. Is who this person's father is. Jacob, Salakia, who are we talking about? Joseph. And his rest of his brothers, guess what? They had the same goddamn father. The same father, which makes them what? Brothers. Mm-hmm. Brothers. And they still hated him. They still hated him. You had a question, sis? Go ahead.
Yes. In Genesis 37, verse 9, I just want to make sure I'm understanding this right. When he's talking about the dream, and at the bottom it says...
would you like to read it?
Okay. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. Is he saying that they were bowing down to him?
That's correct. Dreamed? That's correct.
Okay.
So get a sister hand. That's exactly what his dream, right? And like any dream, it's not literal. It just stands for something. Meaning that if you have a dream, which there's brothers and sisters to this day in the school that have dreams that could be prophetic, meaning it's something that could come to pass, but not in a literal sense. So it's not literally saying that his brothers are going to bow down and worship him. It's just saying that in the dream, his dream was that the sun, the moon, and the stars, 11 stars, which represents his 11 brothers, they all had obeisance to him. They all obeyed, not even him. It didn't even say him. It said it bowed down to what? The stars or the moon or the sun?
It says to me.
Oh, to me. Okay, so they bowed down to him and they were in obeisance to him. Somebody looked that word up, obeisance. Look that word up real fast. Somebody looked that word up, right? His brothers, who are the other 11, he's the one oddball out. They all bowed down in obeisance to him. Go ahead.
It means respect.
Respect. To respect him, to give honor, reverence unto him. Does that mean practically, does that mean that they will all bow down and worship him and respect him? That ain't what the dream is saying. It's just a representation of something. It's like Revelations. Think about the book of Revelations, right? When you want to think about any dream and interpreting any dream, it's like the book of Revelations. John the Revelator had dreams of dragons, Ak. Were they literal dragons? No. It's just a representation of something. It's just saying that one day maybe Yahweh Sop and his seed will do something so great that his brothers will respect it. But in their stupid minds, they think, oh, you telling us that we're going to obey you and bow down to you and worship you. Well, that's not the way a dream works. You can have a dream that you die. A bus hits you and you die. Does that mean in real life you're going to get hit by a bus and die? No. 99% of the time, dreams are nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. The very few times there is something that the Lord could be telling you through a dream, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to go to a man of God to get it interpreted by a man of God, so you and your silly mind don't think what the 11 brothers thought about Joseph, that one day we're going to all obey you and worship you when you're the youngest, when that's not what the Most High God was trying to tell them. Does everybody understand? It's a dream, meaning it's something that is just, it's interpreted differently when it comes to real life. That's all. Because, of course, his brothers aren't really 11 stars. It's just a representation of something. So, yes, the sister is correct. The Bible is saying that in his dream, his brothers, they all bowed down to him. They got on one knee, and they all saluted him, and they all respected him. They looked up to him. They gave him reverence. That's all. And in their minds, because of your irreconcilable differences with your own brother in real life in 2023, anything that your brother tells you or your sister tells you, your people tell you, anything they do is going to be an issue. You're going to find a reason to hate your people. We have to stop doing that. If we're ever going to get the hell out of this captivity, we cannot be like they did to Joseph. We can't treat our brothers and sisters like his brothers treated him. We have to get over any irreconcilable differences so that we can get out of this captivity. And that's the way that the brothers back here, what we're reading about, should have thought. Keep reading, Quinay Agabar. It's more. It gets better.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 10. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed?
Once again, even the ignorance, remember, these are prophets and priests. So they thinking like some Jake in the world. You go tell a Jake in the world, man, I had a dream you died. What are they going to say? Oh, man, I need to go to church and I need to go repent and pray. I'm going to die. Because in your silly mind, you think, sister, you a black woman. You know, back in the 60s and 70s, black grandmothers had these dreams of fish. And then they would say, well, you know, one of y'all going to get pregnant. That's an old Southern Judite thing. I don't know if the other 12 tribes do it, but that is a Southern slave Judite thing that all of our grandmothers did. I had a dream of fish. I mean, somebody getting pregnant when they are. I had a dream of some fish. I had a dream of somebody's hands itching. I mean, they going to get money. That's a bunch of just superstitious nonsense because we are ignorant. We don't know how to interpret dreams. It's not the gift that the Lord gave Jacob or Israel and the rest of the brothers. So they thinking literal. Like so many of us were thinking. Somebody say, you know, I had a dream of fish. You know how to dream, you hit the numbers. I'm hitting the lottery. I had a dream of the numbers, and you still poor in the ghetto. Dreams are not real. And that's the problem, is you, because of the church, think dreams are real. Because of your ignorance, you think dreams are real, and they're not. There's something that could be represented in it, but 99% of the time, your dream means nothing. Joseph's dream did mean something. Out of the many dreams that he had and anybody in the Bible had, Joseph's dreams actually did mean something. Now, did it literally translate into everything he dreamed? No. Just like John the Revelator in Revelations, it was a representation of something. Does everybody understand? It's not real. But to his father and his brother, that's why I said Jacob rebuked him. Rebuke means to check. He corrected him. He said, well, hold on. You had a dream that your brothers bowed down and worshipped you. Mm-hmm. They respected you, and you the youngest, and they worshipped you, and that's what the dream you had? No, that ain't right. That's you. Nah, It's a dream, which means that it's nothing. And that's how you have to think about dreams. It's nothing. The thoughts in your head are nothing. It's just thoughts and dreams, and everything's going to be okay. You had a dream, you hit the lottery. Let me help you out. You're not going to really hit the lottery. Okay? You had a dream, you got hit by a bus, and you fell in this deep hole. It doesn't mean anything deeper than just a simple dream. It's imagination. Think about a child's imagination. That's all it is. But to his father and his brothers, they thought like the rest of us think, because we're black and Hispanic, like them. They thought what? That means that it's really going to happen. Your brothers are really going to bow down and worship at your feet. And so his father, Jacob, not being a priest, he said what his sons thought. He said, nah, this ain't right. So he checked them. Keep going.
Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? Verse 11. And his brother envied him, but his father observed the same. Verse 12.
Oh, his father is sitting there saying, he's observing, meaning he's looking at how his brothers are with Joseph. Now he's starting to look like, man, maybe this dream is real or something. Maybe let me shut my damn mouth and let me just observe, which is what it should teach officers in the UPK. When you're a trooper, that's what all you do is observe. You keep quiet and you just observe. And you observe and you see how things are done. And that's what Jacob was doing. Yaquab was sitting there looking and like, well, maybe let's see if this dream is to come to pass. Let's see what happens. See, a lot of times you could be so quick to, speak. And the Bible says don't do that. Be slow to respond. You should just observe and listen. Like General Hyman, if you ever notice General Hyman, especially in councils or even teaching classes, he listens. He just listens. He sits back and, okay, listening. You don't always have to just respond. Just listen. Somebody says something. It may sound crazy at first, but who the hell knows? You just have to listen, which is going to help with brotherhood. Listening helps with brotherhood. A lot of times you just want to talk and you just know everything. I get it. But sometimes you should just be quiet and listen. That helps with the brotherhood. Why? Because now this brother knows, well, I can go and talk to him. I know he won't just always talk and talk and talk. I can go tell him something. See, something that's going on right now with what he's going to read in the next verse is Joseph. Guess what would happen to a person if you told your family something and they started to just hound you and rebuke you? You're not going to tell them anything else. You're going to say, well, damn, I can't even go to my dad and my brothers about something that I found something that's confidential to me. Mm-hmm. I can't even talk to this brother about this. I can't say nothing. I can't even say that, which is why you should just observe and listen. You don't have to respond so quickly. Somebody says, well, Officer Malak, you offended me when you said this. I ain't going to say, well, no, yeah. No, you just observe. Okay, calm. Listen. You just listen. So that way, the next time, they can have the confidence to come to you again and talk to you. They don't have to feel like, well, if I go to him, if I go to her for a sister, if I go to this sister, I try to tell her about the way she talked to me last time, but she went off. I can't say nothing. It helps the brotherhood when you just shut your mouth and observe and listen. That helps. If all of us did that, we wouldn't have problems with each other. If we all just listened to each other instead of being so quick to respond, you wouldn't have issues with your brothers and your sisters. But our problem is everybody knows everything. Everybody's an expert on everything. You know what the person is about to say. And instead of you closing your mouth and listening, you just have to respond to everything. It helps to just listen. That's in the Bible. What I'm saying is in the Bible. The Bible says that. Precept. Be slow to speech. You don't have to talk all the time. Just listen. That's a great leader, a person who just listens and just hears the problems of other people so that you know how to solve the problems. Hear the issue they have with you so you know how to solve the issue they have with you. You don't have to respond to everything, which is what his brothers in their ignorance did and is what Yaquab did. But Israel, Jacob said, hold on, let me observe for a second. Let me just listen. Everyone understand? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 12. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. That's it.
Go ahead. Salaki, go ahead. Clap it up. And then Elisha. This is the last 7, right? Elisha. Go ahead, Elisha.
Got it again. What verse you start with?
13.
13. Yeah. Genesis chapter 37, verse 14 in the Hebrew.
Nah, sir, you started 13.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you stopped at 13.
Nah, I'm sorry. So
no, you too hard. Genesis chapter 37, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Yasha'Allah al Yawasap Halawa'a Akayak Ra'ayam Bashakam Laka Wa'asha Lakak Alahayim Wayamar Lawa Hananya. Is that right? Hananya or Hananiah. Right, verse 14. Wayamar Lawa La Na'a Ra'a Ath Shalom. Is that right? Yeah, Shalom Akayak Wa'ath Shalom Hatazaan Wahashabanya Debar Wayasha Kahawa Ma'ai Mak Kabara Wa'an Kabarawan Waya Ba'a Shakama. Verse 15. Waya Mataza Hawa Ayash Wahana the I Bashada Wayasha Shalaki Wayash Alawa Hayash Lamar Ma Tabakwash. Verse 16. Wayamar Af Akia Anakia Mabakwash Hagayada Na'a Laya Ayapa Hum Ra'ayam. Verse 17. Wayamar Yash Nasa Iowa Maza Kaya Masha Aithia Amarium Nalaka Datath Salaki Data Yana Wayalak Yawasap Akar Akiyawa Salaki Akayawa Wayamataza Bada Dun. Verse 18. Looks like he kicked me off for some reason. Here we go. Wayara Awa Athawa Marakak Wabatram.
You said it right the first time.
Wabataram Yakwa Rab Alahayim Wayatha Naklua Athawa Lahama Yahwa. Verse 19. Wayamarwa Ayash Akyawa Hana Ba'ayo Hakamawath Halaza Ba'a.
Genesis chapter 37 verse 13. And Israel said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, here I am. Verse 14. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. Verse 15. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? Verse 16. And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. Verse 17. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren, and found them in Dothan. Verse 18. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
So here we go. That hatred just brewed. That hatred brewed in these 11 brothers. And I hate to think like, damn, our forefather, think about your tribe. And your forefather, Judah, if you're a Judite, Benjamin, you're a Benjamite, Gad, all of them hated Joseph. And it just blows my mind like, damn, out of all those 11 brothers, not one of them said, well, damn, come on, we can't do this to our baby brother.
Right.
Like that hatred in us, it runs so, I know Simeon and Levi, if Levi hated him, Simeon was too. Because Simeon and Levi were like this. They damn near were like twins. And they just thought the same and loved each other and were the same. Which is why they hate each other now. The Most High God couldn't stand the fact that the two of them conspired to do evil. And so the Most High God divided them now. That's why they're on the same island and hate each other. Haiti and Dominican Republic are on the same little island. Mm-hmm. And they both hate each other's guts. Which is why they're even two different countries and they speak two different languages. And they got there at the same time. And that always blows my mind. Like, damn, the Haitian Revolution happened. And these Dominicans was on the same island. And they didn't go and revolutionize them because they hate each other. That's because of what they did in the Bible. They were so close to do evil. Go ahead.
Oh, so like this, sir, if I may, it
two
just
peas
reminds
in
me,
the pod.
God of the God, it just reminds me these days, I mean, look at our own families. Look at how Christianity has raised families to hate each other by not teaching God's laws. You hate the position of your brother. I'm going through it now with my family. My grandmother done passed. Everybody hate this uncle. Everybody hate this one, all because of, okay, she may have favored this one a little bit better.
Right.
You know, you covet the position of someone because you want to be that person or you want what they have coming. Mm-hmm. Just like these 12 brothers, 11 brothers.
11 hated one brother.
They hated one brother because he was the father's favorite. And the Bible says we shouldn't covet anything from another brother or sister, their neighbor. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Or even if it's a position, even if it's a favor. And that's why they, in their minds, like you was breaking down, out of wine, they hated him so much, they thought, oh, he's saying we going to bow down to him.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's what Christianity teaches us, to hate each other just like our families today. We reading about modern times today right here in the Bible.
Right.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's the damn truth, man. Like I said, think about the tribe you are. You old Judite Gad. All the tribes,
God.
all the rest of the 11 brothers. Hey, well, I can't say Gad because Gad did exist. Yeah, Isupk came who?
Isupk was
after who was the kids of Isupk?
It wasn't Ephraim and Manasseh, right?
Yes. So Ephraim and Manasseh came from Isupk.
Those
are the tribes representing. Okay, so it was the rest. If you ain't Ephraimite and Manasseh, I guess you get a pass. But brother, if you ain't, you better think about yourself, reflect, and think. It's like, I'm joking. Even if you are Puerto Rican or so-called Cuban,
they do it.
You hate each other too.
Right.
Y'all speak Spanish, which I never even understood. I said, damn, the Mexicans hate the Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans hate. Everybody hates the Mexicans. All Spanish-speaking tribes, including the tribe of Judah, hates the Mexicans. But it's like, okay, even even Puerto Rico. Okay, the Puerto Ricans hate the Cubans, and the Cubans hate Dominicans, and it's like, God, we just have so much hatred for each other that we don't even know where to begin to love. Like, it's like nothing that you can find and love about each other, and that always blows my mind too, because we're the same people. You see a Puerto Rican and a Cuban, you wouldn't know the difference.
Right.
But in their mind, they say, well, no, I'm different, I hate him. When you look the exact same, which I don't even get. Everybody knows you're the same people. And you even in your subconsciously, you know you're the same people. And a lot of times, very consciously, you know you're the same people. But because you're from a different Spanish-speaking country, there's hatred there. Now you get the chance to see in the Bible, it doesn't come from that. It comes from this. It comes from when they all hated Joseph. There's something in us being black and Hispanic that makes us want to hate each other. You have to go against that, okay? You're going to have to fight that thing there, and you're going to have to learn to love your people. It's innate. I mean, it's like it. It's not innate. It's not something you're born with. So it's something you have to be taught. But let me hip you to something. That's when Christ told Nicodemus, all men must be born again. See, the first birth, you learn to hate a Cuban because you're not from Cuba. Right. You're from Puerto Rico. You learn to hate Mexicans because you are a Negro born in America. They coming over here stealing your jobs. See, that's the first birth. But then you can be born again. And that second birth, you can learn to love your people. That's right. Just like you find the things that you can find to hate about Mexicans and other Negroes and Cubans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Haitians, you can also find the things that you can learn to love about them too.
That's right.
You can learn to love your people too, just like you learn to hate them. You can learn they coming over here stealing your jobs. You can come over. You can, when you're born again, you can have a new mind and say, they're coming over there to help us and give us relief from our jobs.
Right.
That's what you could think. There's a way you can think, and you can say, well, they're coming over here stealing our jobs. They speaking that Spanish. I don't know how to communicate with them. And then you can be born again, and you can say, well, let me learn Spanish so I can communicate with them. Let me go over here and find out what they're doing. Let me get help from them. They come over here and give us a better price on our roofs and on the jobs that we paid white people 10 times as much for. If I learn Spanish, they can hook us up. They're better workers. They're more efficient. They don't do a half-ass job on the job. They don't even take breaks. Damn, let me learn Spanish. That's a way you can think too. You don't have to think about hatred of your people all the time. You should think about how to love your people. And then maybe we wouldn't be in the situations that we're in. Then maybe you wouldn't be homeless. Then maybe you can have fathers and mothers in your community. If we all hate each other, then no one is going to father a community. We ain't going to be no fathers in the community because we all hate each other.
Right.
If you hate one another, the two of you are not going to stay together. The marriages won't work. The families won't work. The children are going to grow up and be in poverty, in jail, on drugs, just like the last generation. Why? Because we all hate each other. But if we learn to love each other, brother, it's going to be an amazing thing. All right. Go ahead. Say what you had to say.
So, yes, sir. I just wanted to say something about that. The Mexicans stealing jobs. The Mexicans aren't stealing any jobs. That's one thing that we better understand is that if anything, they're doing the job we don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they do it, you know what I'm saying, with all accuracy and humble as hell when they do it.
Yeah.
Us, on the other end, we would never be out there in them fields picking.
Not for 90 cents an hour.
Man, picking strawberries and vegetables. We would never do it. And be on them roofs at the top, the height of the noon time when the sun is out. We would not be up there, man. So
that's right.
We need to get that out of our mind that they're taking our jobs.
They're
definitely not taking our jobs.
Let me add something on to that, what the brother said, because it's the absolute truth. It's so heavy. Not only aren't the Mexicans, the so-called illegal immigrants from the countries of Mexico, Central, and South America, not only aren't they taking our jobs, who the hell said they were your jobs anyway?
Right.
They aren't your jobs. You have the jobs that the oppressor wants you to have, and they have the jobs that the oppressor wants them to have.
Right.
That's your life. You want to know why you're so good at basketball and football? Because of oppression. That's why. You want to know why you have the jobs you have? Because the white man gives you those jobs. You're never going to own an NFL team. Get that out of your stupid head. You're never going to be on the same level as your oppressor. And I don't know where black people gets that idea that they're better than any other of the 12 tribes of Israel from, because you are in the same boat as them. They don't rise above where the oppressor lets them. Guess what? You don't either. Floyd Mayweather is the highest peak that you're ever going to achieve, black people. And LeBron James. That's it. Your God is celebrities and athletes.
God.
Some nut on Instagram like Charleston White who don't know anything. That's the people who you look up to. And that's the only people that the oppressor is ever going to give you to look up to. You're never going to have somebody like George Washington and Andrew Jackson. You're never going to have a Genghis Khan. You're never going to have the, what's the cat's name that was in Egypt? You're never going to have Alexander the Great. You know why? Because you hate other black people. That's why.
Right.
Because of your hatred for your people, we are never going to rise. We're never going to overcome oppression because you hate one another. Maybe if you learn to love each other in spite of whatever position they have, job they have, or money they have, maybe we could actually rule this place.
That's right.
Maybe we can actually rule America and rule Mexico. And maybe one day the oppressor here in America will have to be called an illegal immigrant by us. Then maybe one day the oppressor can say, these white people from London are coming over here taking our jobs.
Right.
Those white people from Ukraine are taking our jobs. It will never happen if you continue to hate each other the way the 11 tribes hated Joseph. But if you learn to love each other, my God, we could actually achieve something great. Keep going. Keep reading what you got.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 19. And they said one to another, behold, the dreamer cometh.
They mocking them now.
Nice.
They mocking them like, oh, here go the dreamer.
Right.
You get that job at your slave. Them niggas at your slave are going to mock you. Uh-oh, here come the forklift supervisor. They waiting for the forklift supervisor.
Right.
Here come the chief. Uh-oh, here he come. Mocking them. Why? Because they're envious of his position.
Right.
People that mock you are envious of where you at in life. They say, oh, here come big lawyer. Here come the big. You make it to be a doctor, which black people aren't. And they say, oh, here come the doctor. You go to that Thanksgiving dinner, and those family members are going to say, oh, here come the y'all. Uh-oh, here come the doctor. We got to make sure, look, make sure that y'all don't talk a certain way. And black people do that. You know why they do that? Because they really want to be a doctor.
Right.
They really want to be that lawyer. And because of the hatred that their parents had, they never got to experience the love that they were supposed to, or else we would all be doctors and lawyers. We would all just be doctors and lawyers and run society if we grew up loving each other. That love is so amazing, God. It can push you to do great things. That love that we experience here in the UPK by the generals and the men above us pushes our wives and our families to be lawyers and doctors and nurses and scientists. And we are just achieving great things in the UPK because we're loved in here. And when you're born from an environment of hatred, you're not going to achieve anything. You're going to be a drug dealer, an addict, or a prostitute. That's right. That's your life. You're going to be the head janitor at some job. You're never going to achieve anything in life because you weren't born from love. And here we're born again, and we're born out of love. And we learn to love each other just like in the world we learn to hate each other. You can flip that switch off. That same thing that makes you want to hate your people can be the same thing that you love them for. They come over here stealing our jobs. In the UPK, we say, please come over here and take all the jobs you can, Mexicans. Come take all the jobs, Hondurans. Come take all of them. You know why? Guess what? Black and Hispanic people could form unions and bonds and this and that, and we could control the workforce.
Right.
You don't even think like that. I know you want to slave the rest of your life. I know you want to stay 30 years on that job. Well, if you want to do it, why don't you want Mexicans to come over here? Why don't you want the Hondurans and the Guatemalans to be over here? Then you would control the workforce. If you had brotherhood, the white man would have to pay you how much you wanted to get paid. He would have to give you the job, the time off that you wanted. That's what the unions are doing right now. Everybody's marching and on strike. You know why? Because they want what you don't, and that's power. That's why. Those unions are marching to get paid what they want to get paid, to get the time off that they want to get off. The FedEx drivers getting $180,000 a year. Why? Because they striked. They said, we're not going to waste time in these hot-ass trucks for another year if you don't pay us more money. And they paid them more money. Why? Because no one else could get those jobs. They striked and no one else could be working for them. So guess what? The oppressor loses money. So guess what they doing? The unions of the auto workers are doing what? Striking. Right now they're striking. UAW, United Auto Workers, give them a hand. Everybody should just go on strike. Everybody should strike. You should just go at that job you own, team up with the Mexicans and the black people and say, we're not working. Watch the oppressor's dollar fall. Watch his company fall. They went 3 days in my slave with no machines because they blew the hell up. Give the Lord a hand for that. And they lost money.
Damn right.
The goddamn owner had to come herself to the goddamn plant and say, what is going on? Because she realized that the checks ain't coming in like they supposed to come in. She said, we're losing contracts, and she pulling her hair out because the oppressor cannot stand to lose money. You better want those Mexicans to come over here and take the jobs. You better want those illegal immigrants to come over here to take the jobs so that you can form unions and bonds with them, and we could just control the workforce. We control that workforce. We could do what every other nation did. We can get a piece of the pie. That's what you want, isn't it? A piece of the pie. You can control. You can actually have power. You can say, okay, we only work these days. We only have these days on. We work this much hours. We get paid this much money. We get this health care. We get this package. You can do it. But if you hate your people, you're never going to achieve anything.
That's right.
You're going to be at that job for 40 years, dreading it and wanting to be like the United Auto Workers. You're not going to have any unions, any bonds, and anything because you spent all your life hating your people. And the Lord doesn't want us to do that. The Lord wants us to love each other. Just like he wanted those 11 brothers to love Joseph, he wants us to do the same thing now. Everyone understand? Keep going now. Is that it on that? Okay, go ahead. Clap it up. I imagine, which means to stand. Sar.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Sar. Go ahead, strap it up. I imagine, which means, so like it says you weren't supposed to stand. Just like everybody stand now. You too are. I imagine everybody stand. I didn't make it clear to just say just us up here. I imagine everyone stand with Panya Hakudam, which means to rise and face the east. You got it? You got it? All right. Rise and face the east, and we're going to read the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Go ahead.
No, you tight up here. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakvaka. Gabaa. Ratazag. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazag. Kawa. Hayah. Hashemayah. Nathalanawa. Lacham. Yawam. Asalaknawa. Wapnawa. Kasalaknawa. Wapyanawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Banasaya one. Abal. Awashaya now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. The Para.
Aman. In English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh. Baba Kishab. Nathalanawa. Hakat. La Pa'ah. Kal Magalah. Kal Madawa. Hakat. La Tahor. Amatazariah. Hakat. La Haqli. Hamathim. Hakat. Awakawa. Hatama Agar Shan. Ba'ashim Yahweh. The water Aman in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against the unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh. Baraklanawa. Wayashala. Waha. Bayat Sapari. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Ba'ashim Yahweh. The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. And the Salakia. What we said, like, it was my fault. I'm about to say it like we said in prayers. We on the road. What we just said in the English was Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya.
Al-Hahari.
Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Aizariah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayah. Haratazah. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamar. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamor. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tizal. Yam Yagan.
Yamyanka.
Oh, so like Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakai. Wayarak. Malayala. Yahweh. Yashamar. Makal Yashamar. Afnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabaaka. Maitha.
Aman. In English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
He
that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh
shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
He
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. So be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Damayalaka. Al Thakarash. Al Thashakwat. Al Kayahana. Al Wayabiaka. Yahama Yawan. Wamashanayaka. Nasha'awa. Ra'ash. Al Imaka. Yariyamwa. Sawad. Wayadayai Tazawad. Al Tazap Pawanyaka. Amrawa. Lakawa. Magoya. Yazakar. Sham Yashal. Aywa. Kaya. Nawai Tazawa. Lab. Yakhadwa. Alyaka. Baryaf. Yakarafwa. Ahoya. Adawam. Wayashamaoya. Mawaba. Hagoria. Gabal. Waimuan. Waimala. Halashaf. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gamashawa. Nalawa. Imam, Hayawa, Zawad, Labanyalawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadia, Kasayasara, Kayabia, Banakal, Yashwan, Nashamad, Bayandara, Hayawa, Damad, Ladama, Shayatamba, Nadiamua, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazamana, Kaunasaya Kamwa. Ashar. Alahayim.
Amarwa.
Oh, Salakia. Amawa. Nayarashah. Lanawa. Af. Nawa. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayathamwa. Kagagala. Kwash. Lapanyaraka. Kaash. Tabaira. Wakalahaba. Dalahat. Haryam. Khan. Daradapma. Masa'araka. Wabasawapaka. Tabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyahon. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Bashwa. Aidiai. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shamka. Yahweh. Badka. Yawan. Kal. Ratazah.
Aman. In English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come. And let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kasan.
At the brook of Kasan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zed.
And like Zed.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Amunah.
And as Amunah.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flames set the mountains on
and
fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Whose
name alone. Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, which means to turn. No, keep it up.
Salaki, that's what I thought.
Oh, you can sit it down. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Sar. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah. Sar. Go ahead, Sar.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Go ahead, Elisha. Keep it down now. Alright, sisters, I'm Salaki Yashabi, which means to be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, I Majim Shabbat, I Madyum, Barak, Yahaba Shem Yahweh Brakathum, Yajim Matah, Sar, face the sisters, I Majim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. And remember, so the sisters, I Majim Shabbat is just how you stand. So feet at a 45-degree angle, right hand over left. All right, and then when you salute, you know your right hand goes over your chest like this, and then you salute. All right, men of Israel, I Majim Shabbat, I Madyum, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham.
You already said you got it.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yajim Matah, dismissed.